Shalom, Yashala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Yashar Allah. Kol Holoyim La Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Harakah for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwaf that's keeping the faith and the works. Y'all keep at it. This your brother Abaya coming at you with more precepts. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 64 and verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. All right, the Most High got this. Or the Most High has Esau Edom telling on himself, and really it's because, like it says in the scriptures, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked rule, the people mourn. Right, the people have been mourning, man, and it's trickling down to Esau Edom. And really, it always been Esau Edom for real, for real. They just didn't see it because they were getting the long end of the stick for quite a while. But now that they getting the short end of that thing, they ain't got no choice but to see, right? They ain't got no choice but to tell it. It really ain't for us. They telling each other and documenting it. And just like days of old, they would document the things that they would do. But in times past, they would put it in books. Right? Deuteronomy chapter 28 tells us they would call us proverbs and bywords. Proverb is a wise saying, one wise saying, of course, one we always use. If you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book. Right? So in times past, we wouldn't know it because it would be conversation amongst themselves. But now that the Most High has, made the devil create the internet, it's for all eyes to see. If you got eyes to see and ears to hear, if you got ears to hear. All right? So, with that, I'm going to let this video play, and I'll be back.
Persuade the government. So in 1872, Rockefeller bought up, shut down, or bankrupt 90% of the oil companies. Our good old Constitution came into place, and in 1911, the Supreme Court found Rockefeller in violation of the Sherman Antitrust Act and split Standard Oil into 34 independent companies. So they said, you can't have the monopoly on this, you're done. You think that changed who he was? No. He promised to bankrupt America. At that very same time, they were learning how to turn petrochemicals, exactly what he had at his fingertips with the oil, into pharmaceuticals. Now, John D. Rockefeller's biggest threat was natural health. So what does he do? Being the businessman he is, he donates money to the medical schools because he wants to control. And what do you do when you want to control someone? You give him money. And then he hired a guy by the name of Flexner to study the school's curriculum, to figure out what they were teaching everybody, and to persuade the government to establish allopathic medicine, which used the unnatural substances to treat diseases. This is how Western medicine was founded. So in
Right, so Psalms 37 and 12 says, the wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. I said it's always been a maneuver of Esau Edom. Notice she's speaking on the medical field, right? And notice what's the big to-do about today as it pertains to the threat to society. More so than human beings, it's plagues and pestilences, which is really the hand of the Most High. Because Scripture says in the book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and 7, the Most High creates good and evil. Right? Scripture also says that man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? Right? The Most High controls good and evil, so the movement of the evil is controlled by the Most High just as well as the movement of the good. Right? But it's getting to the point to where now that this evil is just being revealed, right? And it's all prophesied in the scripture. Second Thessalonians chapter 2, where it says that, matter of fact, let me go there right quick. Since I just chopped up those last two precepts. All right, so 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, and let me see. I start at verse 8. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. Right? So Rockefeller, Rothschilds, and all these DuPonts, all these rich ass families that we really don't ever see because they put all other forms of people in front of us to identify as rich and wealthy. But the real rich and wealthy individuals are the people that we never see, those families that I just named. And it's others, right? It's others that's behind the scenes that's really controlling everything, right? These are the individuals that tell you, well, you need to take this in order to get over that, if you know what I'm talking about, right? You need to take this juicy juice if you want to operate back to normality. But these are the same individuals who this lady just ran down the whole history of as it pertains to them in the pharmaceutical companies, right? You see how people walk around in this earth blind, deaf, and dumb, thinking that it's normal, but in actuality, you ain't nothing but a chess piece, right? A pawn at that, right? So, let me see. Let me bring out one more scripture, man. I'm going to let this be. One more scripture, and I'm going to let this be. Let me go to the book of James. Let me see. James chapter 5 and verse 7 says, "Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and hath long patience for it, until he receive the early and latter rain. Be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai draweth nigh." And we know that because we can see all of the signs happening at the same time, right? All of them, man. From Revelation 13, right, to Joel chapter 3, right, and so forth and so on. So hold fast that which thou hast till Shiloh come. And for the rest, man, Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 4 through, I think 6 or 7, something like that, where the Most High puts a righteous mark on his righteous men that sigh and that cry for the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. For all the other individuals that have the mindset of when in Rome, do as the Romans do, even though you clearly know the truth, because the truth is being released in this earth, right? Joel chapter 2 and verse 28 through 29. The Most High has put his spirit, the spirit of truth, back in the earth for old men to dream dreams, young men to prophesy, right? So the truth is out there. If you don't believe it, that's between you and the Lord. I don't know what else to tell you, but just know him coming, right? And so with that, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, these precepts in this video were edifying. Call the Holoyim La Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Harakakodash Shalom Yashar Allah.